Hi student, I am Dr. D.S. Thaure. Now I share the screen of today's lecture in front of you. Please wait. Welcome to the 28th lecture of course number Path-354. Title of this course, that is the diseases of field and horticultural crops and their management. Today we discuss about the bean diseases. In bean, two most important diseases are seen. That is anthracnose, and second most important disease, that is common blight disease seen in the bean. So first of all, we see the symptoms or other regarding the causal organism etiology and management about the anthracnose disease. Okay, so this is the widespread and serious disease seen in the temperate and subtropical countries, leading to the losses of the economic significance. Okay, so this anthracnose disease has been reported in the various countries, for example, North, Central and South America, Colombia, and also the Europe countries, Africa, and Australia, or some parts of also Asia. Okay, so in India, this anthracnose symptoms occurs was first time in particularly Nilgiri Hills in 1915. Okay, so this is the economic importance. Then we discuss about the symptoms. Okay, so these pathogens affect to the all the stages of this bean crops. Means this infection generally seen on the early growth stage of this bean as well as the mature plants. Okay, means all the aerial plant parts affected by this fungus excepting the root surface. Okay, so most prominent and typical symptom generally seen, that is a small brown to black spots seen on these cotyledon parts. Okay, so that's why these cotyledons is totally withers and dries. Okay, because this infection generally girdle or spread to these cotyledon parts as well as the collar portion, means girdle this infection around this collar portion of the young seedlings. So that's why these young seedlings to be withers and dies. Okay, so this infection generally seen in the early growth stage of these bean crops. But this means this infection also be seen on the well-developed bean plants. Okay, means initially symptom generally seen on the leaf parts, then shoot parts, petiole parts, then stem parts, and also the pods having the seeds. Okay, means initially the small round to irregular spots, and these spots generally brown in color or somewhat black in color. Means initially round to irregular brown spots generally seen on the leaf parts and also the petioles. So these roundish spots, brownish means roundish brown color spots increases in size. So finally, this number of these spots coalesce to each other and to form the large necrotic areas may be seen on this infected leaf. Okay, means this border of the spots is often generally red in color, or means the central portion become dry and necrotic with surrounding the red margins. Okay, so this spot generally seen on the leaf. Then this infection also be seen on these petiole portions. So on the petioles, elongated brown to black lesions is developed. So these lesions girdle around these petiole portions. Means finally sometimes sunken and blackish lesions is seen on these petiole portions. Okay, then most of the uh, affected area of this bean crop, that is the stem portion and pod portions. Okay, means oval to circular spots having the brown to black margin, such type of the spots seen on the stem portions. Okay, so these dark brown irregular circular lesions is girdle around these growing stem portions. Okay, so that's why this infection is spread to this maximum portion of the stems. Okay, and then this infection finally reach to the pod surface. Means on the surface of the pod or in the wet conditions, these round to irregular brownish spots generally seen on the surface of the pods. Okay, but under favorable conditions, these round brown lesions become black in color with sunken spots. Means sunken blackish lesions generally seen instead of the brownish lesions. So that's why these represent as a formation of the acervali spore fruits. Okay, so you see this infection generally seen on this pod surface, and these seeds generally produced from these infected pods. Means these seeds is also discolored and having the small in size. So this is the seeds generally produced from these infected pods. Means retard the quality as well as the quantity of the seeds generally produced in such a pods produced from these infected plants. Okay, so this is the symptoms about the anthracnose caused by the Colototricum lindimethranum infect to the bean and produces such symptoms. Okay, then etiological parts means this anthracnose fungus reproduced by sexually as well as the asexually methods. Means suppose this is the infected leaf and infected pods generally debris in the soils. Means finally this anthridium and gonium fuse to each other and finally develop the Palythium fruiting bodies, and these Palythium fruiting bodies containing the ascospores. Means these ascospores germinate and directly infect with the germinating seedlings as well as the germinating means this infect also the well developed plants. Okay, means primary infection takes place through the infected plant part debris in the soil, and secondary infection means already these blackish lesions seen on the pods or maybe leaf or on the surface of the stem. So means actual formation of the acervali spore fruits containing the conidia. Okay, so this conidia disseminated from this infected lesion to this healthy one leaf or healthy one shoots or healthy one stem portion of the bean crops. Okay, so in this way spread the disease from one plant to the another plant through conidia. Okay, then management, that is a removal or collect the infected plant debris and burn properly. Then use the disease-free seeds for sowing purpose. Then crop rotation with solanaceous crop at least 2 or 3 years. Then seeds are treated with the carbon enzyme powder, that is 2 gram per kg of seed. Means to protect the seed from the fungal infections by using the fungicides. Then spray the crop with Borax mixture at the rate of 1% or copper oxychloride 0.25% or manate, then mancozeb, zineb, propiconazole. So this is the effective management, effective fungicide you can use 15 days interval starting from the flowering time for 2 to 3 times. Means avoid the infection on the pods and also the stems. So that's why first spray should be done at the time of the flowerings. So in this way you can avoid the anthracnose disease seen in the bean. Then second most important disease, that is the common blight. Okay, so this common blight infection generally seen on the bean crop due to the bacteria. Okay, so initially, this bacteria infect to the leaves, stem, pods, and seeds also. Means initially, water soaked spots generally seen on the underside of the leaf. Okay, so you see these water soaked lesions generally seen on the lower side of the leaf or underside of the leaf. So this lesion, water soaked lesion, just enlarges and coalesces to each others. So finally brownish tissues are seen. Means these water soaked spots turns to the brown in color, and this browning or brownish lesions is spread to this entire surface of the leaf. Okay, means these infections generally spread to the leaf, and then leaf seed, then stems, and also the seeds. Okay, suppose this infection occurs through the vascular tissue, so reddish discoloration of the vein and midrib is observed. Means suppose this is the brownish to reddish lesions generally seen on the midrib and also the vein parts of this leaf. Okay, means this in advanced condition, this reddish, somewhat these reddish lesions become necrotic, and such infected leaf is defoliated from this plants. Okay, then these bacteria also be infect to this stem as well as the pod surface. Okay, means initially reddish streaks generally seen on the outer surface of the stems. So that's why these reddish streaks is extend in downward and upward directions. Okay, then this infection also be seen on these developing pods. Means initially small water soaked spots generally seen on this outer surface of the developing pods, but these water soaked spots turns to the reddish brown or bricks red in colors. Okay, so these infected seeds having, sorry, these infected pods having the seeds which are totally discolored, and these cells may be brown in color or maybe black in colors. Okay, means in this way retard the quality and quantity of the seeds produced in but these pods. uh, Okay, so this is the symptom generally seen on the bean crop due to the bacteria. So, Xanthomonas campestris pathovar hazuli, this bacteria mainly responsible to produce such disease in the bean. So, this Xanthomonas is a motile aerobic gram negative with single flagella generally seen. Okay, then this bacteria having the wide host one, means in the absence of this bacteria, uh, that is a main host crop, a bean crop. So these bacteria also be seen on the weed host present in the fields. Okay, means primary infection takes place through the infected seeds crop to design a host crop, which is the contaminated seeds has been observed to the most efficient methods to disperse the long time distance. Okay, means a primary infection takes place through the use of the seeds, infected seeds. Then this bacteria may be survival in the crop debris, and this already bacteria develop in the stem or maybe leaf or maybe pod. So this bacteria mixed with the water, that is the rain water, then irrigation water. So in this way spread the bacteria from one place to the another place. And last one, that is control measures, that is the use of the disease free seeds, then deep summer plowing, then 2 to 3 years crop rotation, and destruction of the crop debris or destruction of the weed species. So in this way you can adopt the cultural practices to reduce the probability of this disease. Then seeds are treated with the hot water having the temperature 50 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes, followed by dipping in the streptocycline 10 milligram per ml solution. Has been effective for reducing this seed infection with this seen inside or outside the seeds, and spray the some antibiotic product, that is copper oxychlorides or streptocycline at the rate of 100 to 200 ppm solutions when the infection seen in the early and late season growing periods of these bean crops. Okay, so this is the uh, brief information about the common blight disease seen in the beans. Okay, so in today's lecture, I already discussed about the anthracnose and common blight disease seen in the bean crops. Okay, thank you.